Hello again, officer. How are things?
The tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper A sturdy metal door guards the south.
Madame,
There is no reply.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? What would you like to know? Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? I mean...
Technically, the neighbouring ozone. She nods attentively.
The boat? No. It is my sloop.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
Officer.
The crown, her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act.
Good. This reality.
Yes, reality is your side case, an experimental side case.
How truly curious.
Aren't all.
Yes, all of them, except the ones who are philosophers.
Actually, I've heard the analogy made by a blindingly modern school of philosophy called Carperi. It may not be as far...
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first.
We're in Martinez, baby. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's...
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. I'm not a good... This place used to be a province, a workers' resort. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean.
Known to the early Revacholians as...
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch. Revachol? Revachol is what you call the great kind. History detective. They built this... The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed. In the DeLorean century. 380 years. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tension... By that I mean, we are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to... I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like evening stars above the curve.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government...
Silence. The water, the light. It's as though there is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know?
This has been informed. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy. Look at that lady. Take a gander. A well-kempt, yet positively statuesque, while dull orange. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to within reason. Now look at you. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Maybe you could...
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you, pig.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism. The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which the woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the... Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home, and Mono is... We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional... I thought I'd mix it up. You know, summon the forces of... Yeah? Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an...
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make... Watch your back.
Must be another way into the building.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been...
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the...
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring window.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish... My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with...
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to... Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. There has to be a way of getting inside the building.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleep. There's a key beneath it, rusty.
This must be for the front door. We'll just have to go in.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the Even today, half a century after, This to symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were all. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist because white is the color of peace. Communism is the ideology of gutless intellectuals and clueless university students. They don't care about the This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock. You hear someone walking around and the walking stops. A poor commute.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go.
It's generally easier to do things if you have a poor.
Do you have a...
Let's go.
It's generally.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my broncho. I'm fine. Now, what do you want?
She's the cleaning lady.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who... It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear...
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman. People come and go.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always... Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the symbol of what now? Never heard of it. The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She leaves an old lady to her...
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to... Yeah.
That smell coming from her paint bucket, red-dyed heavy fuel oil, is only used in government...
What did you think I was using? Aqua... Something to think about next time you're driving around in your... I ain't no...
Actually...
We weren't put on this earth...
Yes?
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the one. A great force from the northeast fired it. The tenement acted as a defensive. The waves of the what didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. Those are only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12. A fleet. The combined armies of Occident and Grad. They massed. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute.
The Coalition. But that was a long...
What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Indeed.
Hello again, sweetie.
The door is closed. This door can only still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The old cobalt, it leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this.
Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this...
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
We were sort of hoping there would be a gun, an expensive jewel, or at least a sword in it for you, if you deliver the message. Oh well. A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy... It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are a book with ragged edges.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame! Not before you get in there and get your ass.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail. woman still has no response, wherever this woman is.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. Wiretapping, or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush. All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there.
Always glad to help. You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out. Nothing to worry about, really. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
He does not so much as...
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest.
He had nothing to do with it. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward...
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorlight. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Those are a receding genetic pool has led them on. You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and...
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood.
The Maun are
colorful tassels are.
The Vespertine, the other large mondial overproduction of sebum. As proven by the Maun, the indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulbuir on Ile de Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile...
Wait, didn't Ile Maran desert pygmies invent alcohol?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese, no.
Jean, baby.
I know, babe. The Areopagi, the latter is perfected and adapted. Type B.
The Khoikhos of Grad. You go?
Yes. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking I'll rule and smoke in the degenerate tobacco. The Khoikhoi, the countless micronationalities au grade, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
Democratic ethno. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite. Revacholian.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy. The revolution, enough of Tibet mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments, and lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Simonese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Simonese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education. Then there is the Semino-Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semin? The Khoikhoi, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Simonese with the Khoikhoi to produce a super worker of Simonese strength, and this will never happen. The Simonese and the Khoikhoi may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Simonese man could maintain an erection, but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what... There is nothing funky about the Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric. It would be cruel to entertain our Type B.
The Khoikhoi of Grad. You...
To an untrained, pinkness is the Khoikhoi.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
Revacholian.
Is it 82,000 years?
The revolution, enough of Type. Those are a receding genetic pool. You know them.
Mahoon is a direct. You're welcome.
The Maun are...
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good Satori.
The Vesper, the other large overproduct, as proven by the Maun and the Mask. Occidental Type A is in red. The Areopagi, the latter is perfected and adapting. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Looking for something? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo.
Huh?
The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Oh, yeah. Like a horse. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You did. That's just what it's like. Life and death. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're sure. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? That's right. Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gotham estate. That is Revachol. Every time. 98% of all your money. What are you? This guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope, no, that's still too high. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope, no, that's still too high. What?
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk no reply. This door is made of metal, number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the...
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
This door is number 28.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow...
Don't worry. It's mostly all still.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Damn. Turns out, remember, tomorrow.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure...
Hello again, sweetie.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Yes, have you got it? Yes. Do I have a shaker in my hand?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shake? That's right, I'm the cafeteria.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Like what?
Yes?
The door is closed.